Christianity, the home for white supremacists. The real Jews black. Jesus Christ was a nigga. We scholars in the scriptures. Fuck your false doctrine. I'm a gangster, I can't go to church. They false prophets. I face the east and pray towards the sun. Fuck your peace and I don't need your love. I'm gonna have slaves when the kingdom come. I see my adversaries teaming up, but they ain't ready for war. And if they is, we gon' bring it to them. Thumb through the pages, reading Obadiah. White man the devil, he for sure a liar. Can't trust the snake, Jesus called them vipers. How you love everybody when we the ones dying? I'm bloodthirsty, pray my enemies drop dead. Don't do nothing God say, but won't forget us for they sins. Niggas hypocrites, I just want slaughter and revenge. A sword and a crown to give my kids. Home of the truth, you ain't in this house. I was lost in the world, but I get it now. I got niggas sitting down who ain't getting out. You ain't ready for a baby, but don't kill your child. Home of the truth, you ain't in this house. I was lost in the world, but I get it now. I got niggas sitting down who ain't getting out. You ain't ready for a baby, but don't kill your child. And I can never be a Muslim cause they worship rocks. If you don't serve the Most High, then you cursed by God. Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Kwam Yashala, shield the king, Dawid die. I got wisdom from the prophets, I ain't without. I'm in the belly of the beast trying to make it out. I know the truth, so I can't transgress the law. For a long time, was a rebel without a cause. I was called by the Lord. I feel like the poor man when the dog licked his sword. They ain't from my neighborhood, but I own all the stores. A church on every corner and my niggas still destroyed. We living in a time where your murder get reported. Men of the Lord still present as a war. I got a Glock, but brotherhood the real weapon. You practice Kemet in my yacht, but it's still pagan. Home of the truth, you ain't in this house. I was lost in the world, but I get it now. I got niggas sitting down who ain't getting out. You ain't ready for a baby, but don't kill your child. Home of the truth, you ain't in this house. I was lost in the world, but I get it now. I got niggas sitting down who ain't getting out. You ain't ready for a baby, but don't kill your child.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah.
Hey, drunk, I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Then start a couple business on it. Fuck you, the heathen never shitted on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes. And all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Yo, get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm dead from the drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck if you blue. And I was so whoop from the Fruittown crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Build another zone, get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth will give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s while they crawl. I've been praying give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna pop. Hey. Yeah. To all them children, you grow up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna ball. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Make to the brother that had a real, and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leave. Yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. So my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna.
Shalom, Israel. Brother, Shalom, Israel. Brother Isupk started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And we're not affiliated with no Hebrew Israelite group on the entire planet Earth. And we are located right here, St. Louis, Missouri, 5261 Delmar Boulevard in Suite A. And we have tonight's class, and you can call in, question or comment, or you just want to listen in. You dial these 2 numbers. The first number is 712-832-8330. And the second number is 425-436-6260. To participate in tonight's class, the PIN number is 825-1636. And the upcoming events, we have the drive-through food drive, the major food drive right here, 5261 Delmar Boulevard, right outside on the lot. And the date for that is 6/26 of this month. Come on through from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and pull up on the lot. We're gonna get you together. We're gonna fill you up. We're gonna serve whoever pulls up. Pull on up, right. And we're gonna get you together. That's how we do it. Under Commanding General Yohana in the Isupk, you know what I'm saying? That's right. And every Sunday, each and every Sunday, we got ST.LOUIS Radio, you know, hosted by the mighty, the Goggle Boy, Captain Goggle Boy, right here, St. Louis, Missouri. You know what I'm saying? Call in. We got the dumb meme of the week. We have multiple dumb memes of the week because niggas are dumb, and you know. Anyway, but they gonna post what they want to post. They creative with these memes. You know what I'm saying? They gonna have some crazy stuff for you to laugh at. We gonna break them all down. And we got of course the hottest topics. We gonna go over them and destroy these false doctrines. And every Sunday, ST.LOUIS Radio. You know, call in 712-832-8330. And the access pin for ST.LOUIS Radio is 910-1409. Alright. Questions or comments on the line?
Give the text number too.
Text number?
Yeah, 314-393-043.
And the text number for ST.LOUIS Radio is 393-04. Area code 393. Area code 314-393-0430.
Yeah.
Right, that's the text number for ST.LOUIS. You want to text?
Text me questions to the class tonight.
And it's also for texting questions for the class tonight too. Also, you know, 314-393-0430. All right, and no questions or comments. We're gonna get right into the topic. The topic for tonight's class is that voting and marching destroys our people. You know what I'm saying? Joining the the military of your oppressor destroys our people. And right off the bat, I'm gonna go right in on give me Esau. Hebrews 12 and 16. Because this man here, these race of people here are the reason that our people die. They are the reason that our people are steady sleep. You know what I'm saying? Led to the slaughter. We are the ones that are being led astray by this nation of people. And I'm fit to break Esau down.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person,
What person?
profane person,
Go ahead.
as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright.
Right. See, Esau, he sold his birthright for a morsel of meat because he hates the law, statutes, and commandments. He hates the Most High. And he damn sure hates Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. He hates us. And another word for profane would be vile. And when you go into vile, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know what I'm saying? Vile means extremely unpleasant, morally bad, wicked, dishonest, disgusting, low value, despicable, bad odor. Of course, we know that. You know what I'm saying? Bad odor. We know what they smell like when they get wet. You know what I'm saying? And they are offensive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
These wicked devils, you know what I'm saying? The person has sex with cows, you know, sheep, goats.
Right.
They stick gerbils up there behind.
Right.
Dogs.
Right.
And dead bodies.
Good. Right.
He is an animal. You know what I'm saying? He killed the dodo bird. Go ahead.
It's like what don't they do?
Man.
You understand? They did it all, they do it all, it don't matter. You understand? That whole, all the names, what just broke down, described them all to the T. You understand? They are all despicable, disgusting, smelly, all of that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Rainstorm, good night. You know what I mean? Like, man, that's terrible. No morals.
Nope.
You understand? That's them all day.
Yeah.
That's the so-called white man all day now.
Yeah, right. Like I said, he is an animal. You know what I'm saying? He killed the dodo bird. I don't know why they did it to the dodo bird. They just hunted the dodo bird out. You know what I'm saying? To extinction. Then the tusk for the elephants and the rhinos. They want the ivory. You know what I'm saying? They so mesmerized with ivory. You know what I'm saying? So they hunted the elephants and the rhinos. They almost done. You know what I'm saying? And even the air we breathe, we destroy the air.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the ocean, you know what I'm saying? Eating the creatures that bottom feed and clean our damn water.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He cuts down the trees that cleans the air. You know what I'm saying? What else did this devil do? Everyone run. One of the most violent things he did was kill the buffalo. He killed the damn buffalo, so the Native Indians couldn't be warm and survive the winter. You know what I'm saying? Act of genocide and gave them blankets with smallpox. So to really finish them off. You know what I'm saying? You see a Native Indian, you lucky. You see it. You know what I'm saying? And they out on the reservations today, and they steady finding resources and oil on their desolate places they made them go to, modern day concentration camps, and they taking that away from them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Giving them a super helping of alcohol and drugs. you know what I'm saying, keeping them drugged and drunk. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
the Most High gonna remedy all that.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but everyone running to vote and march with this wicked man, this wicked guy. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have nothing to do with America's politics. You know what I'm saying? But to be slaves and die in this place.
Right.
That's the only thing you got going on in America. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it from the Bible. Give me Deuteronomy 17, verse 15.
Deuteronomy chapter 17, verse 15. Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy God shall choose.
Who shall choose?
The Lord thy God shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
Right. The Most High said that do not vote for these devils to rule over you.
Right.
That he will choose our king, and he has chosen our king, who is Christ. Yahweh Shai Mashiach in the Hebrew.
That's
You know what I'm saying? That's how that's happening. But don't in any wise vote for none of these people. And it is a wicked thing to do, because when we vote and have another nation of people over our people, they kill us. They destroy us.
Right.
They COINTELPRO drugs into your community, crack cocaine in the 80s to us. You know what I'm saying? They take all type of crafty councils, backyard board meetings. They're doing everything in their might to destroy us. They join our marches and turn them into circuses of black men twerking in the street.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are not homosexual. Esau and these wicked nations are homosexuals. You know what I'm saying? There's no reason for a 250-pound man, 300-pound, 6-foot black Negro to be twerking his behind in front of riot shield police. That is hilarious. You got to be out your mind, which they are. But this is talking about this scripture here, Deuteronomy 17:15 is talking about our King Christ. You know what I'm saying? And voting for two heathens to rule over you is a fool's way of dealing with oppression. It's damn fool's way. You're not gonna get no positive results voting on two evil people who have no interest for you, no best interest for you or your people at heart. You know what I'm saying? Two people who have hated you throughout history, gonna do anything for you. You know what I'm saying? In the Isupk since 1969, we have been given solution to that problem. You know, being victimized in the ghettos, barrios, and reservations by a nation of animals. You know, the Most High only regarded the small, the Most High only regarded them as the small dust of the balance. Give me Isaiah 40:15.
Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket.
They are what?
As a drop of a bucket.
Go ahead.
And are counted as the small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh of the isles as a very little thing.
Right. The Most High say they are a very little thing, a drop of a bucket. They are nothing. If you have a 5-gallon bucket of water and you waste a drop, what would you think of that drop?
lot, nothing of it.
You would think nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? These heathens that rule over us are nothing. The lily white woman, child, and manager at your job or slavery are nothing. The woman who brings you a gift when you give birth, black woman at the hospitals, are nothing. That welfare lady that told your mother the man can't live in the public housing unit and your food stamps are getting cut because you have got $1 raise, you know what I'm saying, that your slavery are nothing. You know, them people who raised their car window up when you were at the traffic light and you were only all you did was smile at their kids who were waving at you and they are nothing. You know what I'm saying? The little white kids, you know what I'm saying? He was trying to say hi, but those are little bastards or devils in training. You know what I'm saying? But by the time they are 6 or 7, they'll know a nigger, and to deal with you is just what their parents want or like. You know what I'm saying? They gonna deal with you accordingly. They ain't gonna have their own mind to deal with a person of color, black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. You know what I'm saying? But in the Isupk, we do not judge them because of color. You know what I'm saying? We judge them for the crimes they commit against our people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They continue to do generation after generation. You know what I'm saying? All across the face of the earth. These devils have raped, robbed, killed, destroyed everywhere they go. You know, and they want us to say Black Lives Matter and forget slavery, but remember 9/11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? 3,000 or 4,000 don't compare to 99 million blacks in the transatlantic slave trade. You know what I'm saying? 3 or 4 dead million in Germany, the so-called Holocaust, was mirrored off the real Holocaust. The 77 million Native Indians here in America. You know what I'm saying? Concentration camps were first created here.
That's right.
Here on American soil. We are standing and living and walking over the bones and bodies and unmarked graves of murdered Israelites.
Right.
God's chosen people. Good night. You know, while you shop, march, and enjoy your oppressor's kingdom, join his military and navy. He mocks and laughs at you, using blackface, murders you while you serve his nation at war. And when you return, he kills you also. You know what I'm saying? Give me that first article. We about to go into one of the historical moments and one of the most murderous times that when our nation of people joined this nation of people at war and what happened to them when they returned. You know, and it still happened. We're gonna go into history, and we're gonna go into something recent that just happened. And what these devils had to say about it. Especially on this recent, you know.
So like if I could, real quick before we get that article, I wanna pull this little video that went down, I believe this was today. It's right on point about what you're talking about as far as the voting and how this stuff ain't gonna work. I just wanna show how the older people that started all the marching and, you know, Martin Luther Kings and you know what I'm saying, everybody that followed him and keeping his dream alive, you know, doing the same old thing over and over and over again. Here we are, steadily getting murdered by our oppressors, and the next generation to come is already in line doing the same exact thing.
Right.
You understand? And I'm gonna hold on. Let me get this. get this video real quick if I could. What's going on? I need somebody get I think it's batteries in there. Hold on a second. Is it some don't get the recharges yet. It should be 6 check. Is it something that church? I got them somewhere over here. Oh, there you go. Oh, you know, you just see those like that. Okay, hold on one second. This will come on. Okay, hold on one second while I find this video. I can't find. Hold on one second. So, they did a video today. An interview with a little girl about community activist, something like that. Community activist, somebody. Find that for me. One second, she gonna find it. They just did an interview just a few hours ago. And I was gonna save it, but you came on my topic, and then you came on with it first. I said, well, shit, I'm gonna give it to the vibe here.
Damn right.
And show how the generation to come is falling in that same trap. I could not find. I heard it, local. Yeah, heard it. I got it. It's tired looking now.
Thank you for tuning in to Real STL News. This is your brother, Charles Abdul-Wali. We are...
Now mind you, this is a 17-year-old little girl.
Right.
I was the front line already. You understand? Or what they call the front line. And you should have seen the comments. Everybody was, oh yes, she's a true leader. She's a leader. Oh yeah, she's perfect. And this and that. Like, come on, man.
Good night.
You understand? Don't suit our little sister up and end up getting her hurt. You understand? She's gonna end up being like the prosecutor, Kim Gardner.
Right.
You understand? Running for her goddamn life. You understand? Getting death threats. You know what I'm saying? Every damn day. And I mean the stuff that they doing on her sidewalk, the stuff that they doing to Kim Gardner, man, like goddamn.
Right.
You would think they would hide it, but they not. They calling her from their personal phones, threatening her. They're giving her letters threatening her life with their names on it,
Right.
addresses on it. They ain't even hiding.
Right.
You know what I mean? And this what they gonna put this little girl up to doing too, man. Going some of that same stuff. Well,
Live here in Boston, Illinois.
Man, just listen to what she
We
said.
have today with us community activist Leilani Davis. And the reason why she's here on Real STL News is because a local newspaper snubbed her as far as the credit that she deserved while organizing 2 different protest events and giving credit to someone else. And when I heard her story, I was like, you know, that's wrong. She should get the credit that she deserves, and we're going to have her to speak today. And thank you for coming on to Real STL News, Leilani Davis. And tell the people about the efforts that you did as far as getting those events together.
Okay, so my first event was Edwardsville, Illinois. It was a protest for Black Lives Matter, and it was me and my co-organizer, Haley Gaines. We just made a post. It was like, who would like to come protest and make change about things that were happening in our community? So we made an event page, and we thought it was going to be about 50 people. And when we got there, we got up to about 500 people. And that's what happened.
Okay. So
When you saw the paper, of course, you know, you were excited, you saw all these people here. When you saw the paper, what were you expecting to see since you know that they were covering it?
I was expecting to get more, not like give knowledge more, if that makes sense. But it seems like my co-organizer got more acknowledgement than me, but I already knew that would probably happen.
Now, what type of effort did you put into putting together these events?
Honestly, my co-organizer Haley Gaines, she did a lot of the organizing for Edwardsville, and she got medical supplies there. But when we were there, she's more of the shy type, and I'm more outspoken. So when we were there, I made sure that the crowd stayed under control, and that we had leaders leading the chants, and that we made sure that everyone knew that water and snacks were available. And I told everyone to vote, and I made sure that voting was a key part of our protest.
Now, I did see from some of the reports that a legislator was there at the Jerseyville protest. Now, how did that legislator get there?
Senator Dick Durbin, he was impressed with what I did at Edwardsville, and he contacted me. He wanted to come out to Jerseyville.
Okay. So, let the people know how old you are.
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old. And the
That's
local...
right there. 17 years old.
Right.
A pretty little baby that needs to be at home somewhere. You understand? Being groomed or being a princess. You understand? And how to hold down a house. You know what I'm saying? And cook, clean. And, you understand? Things of that nature, man. Not out organizing no damn march and a protest. And then this is the Christian spirit. Right. The damn organizer and her, the leader, they not even in agreement. They against each other. The organizer got more credit than me. You understand? Like, come on. See what I'm saying? That's the Christian spirit. They're not on one accord at all about none of that. And if I could real quick before you go on, I had talked to the owner here over at the Legacy, right? And he turned around and he said, man, we was talking about this marching, the protests, and all this and everything, and he said, you'll be surprised. He said, what you had just said was very true. And I was telling him that the protesters, the marchers, that they don't do nothing that they agree upon. They're not on one accord. They're not out. You can tell that the momentum is not there. It's really, the drive is not. It's not. Yeah, of course they was mad and angry over another brother shot, but they tired of that. They tired of that marching and protesting, man. Right. Because it's producing no results, right? And he said, you know what? He said, man, the protesters that rent my building, right? He said they all come sit down and so-called organize and put everything together. He said, but they never even do what they set out, what they all agreed upon. He said they always end up one do this, one do that. They all start doing their own damn thing. He said they don't have no leader. And this is true. She does not have a leader. She's not a leader, number one. Right. She's a little girl. You understand? Who was impressed by a little girl out there endangering her goddamn life? A protester just got shot today. Right. You understand? Another one. Let's just say, not just today, not just one. But they're always getting shot. Right. You understand? The sister down at the Michael Brown protest got her damn eye shot out. You understand? The police shot her damn eye out. Okay? Now, that's what's out there happening in the protest. You getting tear gas. Look at the sister that came here for Sharpen the Sword Radio that day. She said the cop tear gassed her all in her face like he was trying to kill me. Right. He was. Right. You understand? Right. He was. And they're going to succeed if you keep going out there. You understand? They're going to kill you. Just like all of our other brothers and sisters that's getting killed out here trying to march and protest. You understand? And what did this little girl say? You got to vote. Right. You got to vote. Voting is a part of what they do. Right. And they're pushing the same nonsense. It's the narrative has not changed one bit. It's we gotta come together, we gotta vote, and we shall overcome, And you know what I'm saying? All of that nonsense, man. But we got to love them harder. We still got to keep trying. It's the same old thing.
Right.
Like, how long are you going to continue to do the same old thing that's not working? Voting is not going to increase our chances of being free in this place right here. It's not going to work. What are we going to have to vote for? Another 60 years, make it 120. And then we'll still be singing the same old damn song about, oh, we gotta vote. Oh, see, that's the problem. See, you don't vote. If you don't vote, we don't get nothing. We're gonna be saying the same junk. I get people telling me that. You don't vote? Oh, see, you part of the problem. No, nigga, you are part of the problem. Because you keep doing something that ain't gonna work. It wasn't even designed to work. For us any damn way.
Right.
That's just a way to make slaves feel like they are doing something. That's what that is. They hearing my voice. How the hell they hearing your voice by dropping a slip in a damn box? You know what I'm saying? You dropped a piece of paper in a box. How the hell they hearing you? What you say? You know what I'm saying? What did you say on the thing? Did you say, you know what? I'm out of your churches. I'm no longer going to work your jobs. I'm no longer going to do this because you're not paying us right. You keep murdering us. You keep doing this and doing that, and say, okay, if something don't change, then tomorrow you can kiss my black ass. Right. Did you say that on the damn thing? No, you said George Bush. You pushed it. Now it's digital now, right? Electronic now. So you push Barack Obama. Thought he was gonna do something for you. You understand? You pushed Hillary Clinton over Trump. Dumbasses actually was saying, you know what? Hey man, I picked the lesser of the two evils.
Yeah, boy.
Like, that is real stupid.
Right.
How you gonna turn around? You got two evil, you got two murderers sitting in front of you. One killed 2 people and one killed 10. And you say, well, I'll take my chances with the one that killed 2. Well, he's still a murderer.
Right.
You understand? That's Hillary Clinton. She just murdered like 2 people, right? But goddamn, she's a murderer. And you're gonna take your chance at following this bitch, you understand? And then don't follow the murderer that killed 10 people because he's a bigger murderer than her. Like, boy, you always stupid. Go ahead. Well, hold on. You about to say something?
Yeah, and the little sister said something that was real heavy. She was like, Haley Gaines. Now you know niggas don't name their kids Haley. You know, you already know who Haley is. You know what I'm saying? They gave the credit to Haley.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And another thing that made me piggyback up off of that is that I've been noticing in the news that a lot of these protesters, protesters that's been coming up lately, they been coming up missing.
Yeah.
Right. They been found hanging and swinging. You know what I'm saying? They probably gonna be trying to target this sister. You know what I'm saying? Cause they know they don't want no another Gardner, like you said. What's her name? Kim Gardner. They ain't trying to have that going on around here no more.
And Slovakia, I don't even see why they kill them because they're serving their purpose.
Right.
They are serving their purpose. They are all about joining America. Everybody that goes to the protests are all in agreement that we need to come together. All people.
Right.
You understand? Because she gonna break that down too. Go ahead, Kamal.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, even the lesser of two evils, like, she pushed, so the reason they kept getting on Hillary was about the super predator comment.
Right.
She was promoting the crime bill, which is where the 3 strikes law comes from. That bill alone, what she pushed, has been credited with the incarceration of more black men now than black men in chains during slavery.
Right.
And they were upset at Trump about the things he said because it hurt their feelings. Like, they don't even vote on logic. They do everything emotionally because they're Christians and they're taught that that's how you think, but with your heart, how you feel.
God, that's ridiculous, man. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's all ridiculous, man. But let's listen a little more.
Newspaper, put your work address in their particular article, And what is so telling about this is because you guys actually went to a couple of towns that have been known as being historically racist. You're 17 years old. The local newspaper put your work address in the particular article. How did that make you feel when you saw your work address in their article?
So the Jerseyville protests, I've received a lot of threats. A lot of the threats were they were going to shoot me. They joked about Black Rifles Matter. They joked about running my protesters over. They joked about a lot of things that aren't matters to be joked about. So I filed police reports, and it was just very scary. So for the local newspaper to include where I work at, I felt very unsafe. And then a lot of people actually helped me contact them to get it removed.
Okay, good. But like I said,
She
you're
felt unsafe. She has no protection. You understand? Like, where's her father? You understand? Her father should be in here.
Right.
You understand? And she wouldn't be out there. She wouldn't be getting no threats. You can see the chain on her face. She turned into a girl. Because that's what she is. And our children are not supposed to be in harm's way.
Right.
I don't give a damn what kind of idea it is or what kind of outcome we think we're going to have. I'm not going to put my children or let none of my brothers and my sisters' children go out there. I'm going to teach them the right way. I'm going to teach it to their fathers and their mothers. You understand? So they won't let their kids go out there and do this nonsense and get threats. Hell, threats on a little girl like this. This right here should show these people that this ain't the way.
Right.
You understand? Like, you got so many folks talking about our ancestors died to vote. That was a dumbass reason to die. You
Right.
understand? That was a dumb reason to damn die. How about let's fight and get our people off crack.
Right.
You understand? Get the drugs out of our community. Let's fight for that purpose. You understand? Let's get our people out of the Christian church. Let's fight for that. That's what we fighting for. We fighting to get our people in this truth so we can get the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Not get out there in no goddamn protest and then here it is, this little girl is now stripped. They did that on purpose. That news company did that on purpose.
Right.
Put this girl's job on the, you know what I'm saying? Put her life on the line. You know what I'm saying? Put her job address out there. And then now the little girl is getting death threats.
Salaki.
Go ahead, Mom.
Her first event and most likely her first job.
God, probably so. Probably so. Now she got to look at the look on her face, man. Look at the look on that little girl's fucking face. She looks scared. She looks terrified. She went and filed a police report. She probably don't know who the hell she writing the report on. She just, you know what I'm saying? She just, hey, somebody sent me a letter and they threatening my life. I'm scared. What am I gonna do? You understand? And these are the people that you turning around and you protesting against. You protesting against the police, against the government. You understand? And now you gotta turn around and wait on them to protect you? Not even. You understand? It ain't gonna happen, man.
Right.
They not gonna protect that little girl. They not. You know what I'm saying? And they know exactly what they doing. But let's finish it up real quick.
They should not have done that. With the history of racism in those towns, anything could have been happening. And you know, now with the national attention, you know, on protesting and stopping violence and the Black Lives Matter slogans being going around, you don't never know what's going on in people's heads.
Go ahead, Bob.
That just stuck out to me. Like he said, with the history of racism in those towns, like it's gone. No, they still racist. Why do you think they put her? They put her address in there for that reason. Right? Like, what are you talking about? History of racism? No, they're still racist. This is still happening.
Yeah, exactly. You understand? And this should be enough, like I said, to make her quit. She needs to stop protesting. Because number one, the Lord said never to go and beg these people for their love, for their affection, for their peace, And the Bible is against having peace with these other nations. Because if you're at peace with somebody, you feel comfortable with it.
Right.
I'm at peace with my people. You
That's
understand?
right.
I'm at peace with my brothers and my sisters. We chilling over here. You understand? We have got their peace. But with them, they're not giving what you're asking for. So how could you be at peace? You understand? How could you turn around and rest and sit back and just march and join hands with them, knowing that they're not trying to give you any peace? Like, it don't make no sense. Well, go ahead, let's finish.
And what could happen. So why is community organization and protesting your passion?
This is my passion because a lot of people around here don't acknowledge racism, or they make jokes and like, oh, it's not a light subject to talk about, but it's really not a light subject to talk about. I feel like the first step to getting people to realize that racism is real is by acknowledging it.
Okay. And
It's the same old shuffle. Acknowledging racism. Do you think anybody has forgotten it? You understand? Who has forgotten about racism? Where has racism gone? Where has it ever went? It ain't never stopped.
Right.
So acknowledging it, you can't forget it.
Right.
The white man won't let you forget it.
Damn right.
So where you got to have a conversation and acknowledge it and know that it's real. It's real because you live in it. You living through that racism you living through it right now. This little girl is living through that. You acknowledging it. You know it.
Right.
You understand? Like, you know it for a goddamn fact firsthand now. You understand? Like, that talking mess is over. It's time for Negroes to stop wanting to talk to them and explain to them about racism and let them know how real racism is and all of this. They know. They the biggest racists on the goddamn planet. Like, I mean, damn, who knows racism better than white people? Huh? Who does racism better than white people? Who discriminates better than white people? Nobody. You understand? Nobody. Who sees color more than white people? Bad people ain't got no goddamn color.
Right,
You understand?
right.
They see all the goddamn color. And they hate it when they see your skin color. They hate that too.
Yeah, right.
You understand? They hate it. So like I said, ain't no point to keep on damn talking, acknowledging nothing. It's real. It's here. We know it. We're dying by it. We're dying because of racism.
Yeah, right.
And like I said, it's a shame that they letting this little girl do this to herself. You understand? These Christians are responsible.
Right.
And if something happens to her, they are responsible for that as well.
Damn right.
The Christian church, man, and these protesters and all of these people, they got a lot of damn blood on their hands.
Right.
And,
Damn right.
and they gonna pay for it. They gonna pay for it. You understand? Let's keep going. Finish it, man.
you mentioned that you've done efforts in Everettsville and Jerseyville.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how did the Everettsville event go?
Everettsville was great. We got a lot of people there. There were people of all backgrounds, all colors.
All colors,
it was
all
great.
backgrounds. It was great.
Really nice, and it was a great day for weather.
Christian,
So leading up to the second event in Jerseyville, what was going through your mind? What were you hearing? What were you expecting?
In Jerseyville, that was one of the hardest things I ever did in my life because I was scared. For one, I'm 17 years old. I don't have that.
yeah,
I feel like
17 years.
I was into a 17-year-old. That's how I felt. And then two, when I received backlash for saying, you're not welcome in my town, don't come protest here, that made me very nervous. I was scared for the first week, but then I built up enough confidence to actually come out and protest things.
Okay. So now you got 2 events that you've organized under your belt. What do you see for yourself in the future?
I want to get out in the community and encourage young people to stand up for what's right and to vote, and so we can change our future for our younger people.
Do you have any other events planned?
I want to have a protest in Grafton, Illinois. I'm planning that now. I talked to the mayor, and we're trying to find a location where we can all go.
Okay. And if someone wanted to help you, someone wanted to follow you on social media, how could they do that?
You can email me at LAYLHANYD davis@gmail.com, or you can add me on Facebook at Leilani Davis.
Can you get that information out one more time, please?
My email is laylhanyd@gmail.com, and my Facebook name is Leilani Davis.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
So we want to thank you, community activist Leilani Davis, for coming on to Real STL News. An up-and-coming person for the protest scene. You know, we want to give her credit where it's due. So we want you guys to share this for the awareness piece. Please like the Real STL News page and follow the page for information as relates to St. Louis and the entire metropolitan area. Once again, this is your brother Charles Abdul Wali for Real STL News. We are live once again in Alton, Illinois with community activist.
Okay, again, the little girl, 17. I'm 17. You understand? I'm scared. Who gonna listen to me? Then get to turn around and going off on them. You're not welcome here.
Right.
You understand? Bob, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 50 real quick. You understand? They turn around, they did not, they can see that this is a little kid.
Right.
You understand? I can see it. You understand? I can see that she is a scared little girl that need, she got approached by herself.
Right.
She got a protest by herself. That white organizer of hers wasn't even there. While she's going to her car, nobody's there to even protect the little girl
Right.
from the murderer on the earth.
Man.
The white man is the greatest murderer to damn live. That little girl
Right.
she should be thankful that she made it home that night. You understand? That they didn't turn around and do something to her, and then they turn around and say, "Oh, I didn't see anything. I don't know what happened." Because you know that's what they do.
Damn right.
You understand? You know that's exactly what they do. They turn around and murder us. Didn't nobody see anything. The first brother, I'm gonna have you look this up really quick, while and get that scripture. Look up, there was a brother that got murdered for voting. This was back in 1800. The first, you know, the first, let me see, let's put, I think, let me see, how did I look this up? First, African American or black man murdered for trying to vote in the 1800s. And look that up right there. Go ahead, read me that scripture real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28.
Nice loud word.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance, man. You understand? That's the so-called white man. Okay? He does not give a damn. He is fierce. Alright? He's fierce, he's vicious, he's ferocious. You understand? He's terrible. Alright? Keep going.
Which shall not regard a person of the old.
He does not regard the person of the old. He don't look at, you know how we do when we see older people. Hey, what's up, OG? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Pop? We see an old man. What's up, Pop? You know, what's up, Unc? You know what I mean? We see an old lady. We say, hey, how you doing, man? Hey, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Granny. Something like that.
Right.
You know, that's how we do. You know what I mean? But them, they don't regard the old, you know what I'm saying, our older people. They don't give a damn. They murdering old people like it ain't nothing. What was that one old lady, man, that they turned around and went up in her house and shot her? She was like 89 years old. I forgot their sister's name. But this, like, 90-year-old police shot this old lady. They said, it's a video where an older lady came outside. The police had her damn son surrounded. About 10, 12 cops had guns on them, trying to get him on the ground. Old lady comes outside trying to protect her damn son. The cops knocked her ass down. I think she's 91 years old. And she come out, leave him alone, please leave my son alone. You know what I'm saying? She's thinking that he's about to die. Like, think about what you're doing to this old ass lady. You could possibly kill her just by you know, her being in fear of his damn life. She been scared of him and her blood racing all over the place. Hell, you understand? She old. She needs to be able to chill. Not watch her goddamn son almost get murdered in front of her. So she turned around and come out there, you know, trying to, you know, protect him. Just a little bit what she was doing. She wasn't doing much. She was just standing there. And the goddamn police came and pushed her ass to the goddamn ground. They don't regard the old man. Keep reading.
Nor show favor to the young.
And they not finna show you no favor because you're 17. And because you a girl.
Right.
You don't think the white man has murdered girls? You know, look at how many little girls of ours is missing. There's white people doing that. You know what I'm saying? Look at how many they goddamn molested by these white people. I just talked to a sister at one of my contracts that turned around and she got molested by a white man at a church when she was little. You understand? Thinking she's going to go learn about Jesus and God, and then gets her goddamn innocence stolen from her. Get raped in their church. You understand? So like I said, these people, they don't regard the old. They're not looking at you just because you're an old man or you're an old woman, and they say, let me leave you alone. And they ain't looking at you because you are a little girl, and because you're scared, and because you're finna go file a police report. They don't give a goddamn.
Right.
They don't give a damn about what age you are. You understand? And this is the stuff that we should never forget, the words in this scripture that's in this Bible. You understand? To where the Lord is telling you, these are the people that you living around. This is how they are.
Right.
You understand? Now, a lot of people like to try to discredit the truth because, well, the Bible doesn't say white man. They love to tell me that. They try their hardest to argue with that. But when I come with these characteristics, that's what it is. You understand? His characteristic is right here in this Bible, and it fits him to the T. It fits him to the T.
Right.
You understand? And guess what? They can't get around that. I don't give a damn how hard you try. You can't get around that. When Christ said that the devil came to kill, steal, and destroy, that fits the white man to the T.
Right.
He taught you that he's the biggest murderer to ever damn live. That's all the hell I learned when I was going to school. Every time we went to history class, it was about who he went around, murdered, and conquered the people and took the damn land. He turned around and the pirates and the ship, 99 bottles of beer on the wall. He loved to come land in your spot, get you drunk, and then rob you for every goddamn thing that you have.
Right.
He's telling you that. But then they say we wrong, and it's not the truth when it goes right with. You understand what's in the Bible? Everything that we was taught in history class is right here in this book.
That's right.
You understand? So, like I said, this fits him to the T. He does not regard the person of the old. He don't regard our older people. And he don't show favor to the young. And this little girl right here just experienced that. Her being a young, beautiful little sister, man, that could have a promise in the future. But now she's going to be a Christian. She's going to be begging white people to love her. She's going to constantly get threatened. She's going to be scared at every goddamn event. She turned around, and it's going to keep happening to her. And like Abban said, she might end up getting hurt. She just might end up getting hurt like the rest of them.
Right.
You know, and then what a damn shame. Here it is, we lose one brother over the hope that got all of this stuff started, George Floyd, and now we losing others because you can't stay out the street.
Right.
Because you don't know no better. Because you want to protest, now you getting took your ass in the face. Then you billy clubbed upside your head. And all you doing is peacefully protesting. You should have learned from Martin Luther King. Go look up some videos about Martin Luther King and all of his protests. And you will see at every single one, we got hurt. They sick dogs on us.
Right.
They hosed us down. They did all kinds of things. Go ahead, Kabbalah.
Salakia, I don't, besides like Selma, I don't really think he was at the part where they was actually beating people. He was usually off somewhere else.
Right.
And he sent other people.
He never got hurt.
Right.
No, I ain't, no, what's,
His face never changed.
Right,
He
let me
never
make it
get,
clear.
like-
Right, let me make it clear. Now, they had one incident, I can't remember where he fell or something like that, and went into the hospital. You understand? But you could tell that he was not hurt, and he was not beat, and he was not bruised, or any of that. Something
Right.
happened, I think, with the people, of course, that, you know what I'm talking about? That one incident, single incident, where he fell, and he ended up in the goddamn hospital. You understand? And all he did was just scuffed his knee because people, you know, panic, because here come the dog, and here come the water hoses, and here come the goddamn trigger ass, and then he turned around and he got knocked over, and then he turned around, oop, I got to go to the hospital.
Good night.
But nothing ever happened to Martin Luther King. You understand? Like you said, he was never even there.
Right.
You understand? He had a lot of his organizers. You understand?
Mhm.
Like this young lady she got an organizer. You understand?
Mhm.
And they was out there and making sure that he go the way he's supposed to go. But him, it was just done in his name.
So, no. Haley was the one who was following Martin Luther King's example.
Oh, definitely. Oh, definitely.
Haley set it up and then walked away.
Exactly.
You go on.
Exactly.
Because they put
You understand?
her address, her work address on there. They
Not
didn't
the
put
organizer.
Haley's work address
Not
on there.
Haley.
Haley ain't getting no death threat. Haley, cool.
Yeah.
She the one that's taking the heat for it.
And they,
Now,
go ahead.
That's what I said. You know what I'm saying? Haley, she got the credit, she got the praise, and she's safe.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know?
Right. But she's the one that organized it though. The same way that the goddamn white man had went to Martin Luther King's house and he hired armed guards, all this non-violence mess. You go watch that movie where that brother asked him, wait a minute, Dr. King, guns? I thought this was non-violent. He said, man, fuck all that. Keep the pistol and make sure my family is safe. That's what he said.
Right.
In so many words. You understand? In so many words. All right? But then guess what? But when you was out there, you understand, he didn't give a damn.
Right.
It's, come on, march. You understand? We shall overcome.
Right.
You understand? And go on, I've been to the mountaintop, you gonna get there too. That's all it was when he was out there. You understand?
Right.
When you was out there in the march.
And that's a lot here. It's the same way they got now.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching a video of them talking about how they was when they was kids and they was protesting back then with Martin Luther King. They
Yeah.
said, oh, we used to say, oh, you got locked up last week? Cool, I'm about to get locked up this week.
Right.
Yeah.
For what?
Right.
For what?
Right. And they really thought they was doing something.
Right.
That Christian mumbo jumbo was in their mind, man, and they really thought that they were going to come together with their oppressor. That's the whole thing.
Right.
That's why they're out there. They're not out fighting to separate from these people.
Right.
They're not out protesting, saying, you know what, enough is enough. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of you. You go over there, get away from us, leave me alone, and I'm gonna go over here. That's not what they're doing. That's not what they're saying. They're saying, change the laws. We're all equal. You know what I'm saying? We all bleed red. They actually repeating and believing the same line that the white man just started talking about we all bleed red. The same way that he counter and say all lives matter when you say black lives matter.
Right.
I mean, nobody, if that's the case, if lives really mattered, nobody would have to even say anything.
Right.
Because they matter to me, they matter to you, so guess what? Since we all think the same, if all lives really matter, nobody even has to express it. Everybody would be safe. If all lives matter.
Right. What? If all lives matter, then why hasn't All Lives Matter started a protest after one of these murders?
It's never gonna
Because
matter.
that mattered, right?
Yeah.
So you should be protesting since you are out for all lives that matter.
Absolutely. It's never going to matter.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You got to understand it. You understand? The little girl understand it too. And get her butt on in here with us.
Damn right.
You want to come organize these clothes with these sisters in here.
Right.
Come organize this food that they be cooking for these brothers every week. You understand? Come get down with this. Come organize some of this 13,000 goddamn pounds of food they be pulling up on this parking lot every 2 weeks.
Right.
We got some stuff for you to do, organize. You understand? You come in here to get down, not try to get down and be out there in that garbage, because it's not going to work. She's gonna, already 17, she's been seeing the result of protests and marching, and ain't got none yet. Now you directly involved in it, and as if she make it as an old woman, she'll be saying the same thing. I'm still getting threats. We still haven't achieved anything. We still get murdered. Yes, there's gonna be another brother's name in 30 years from now, 40 years from now. If we still in this hellhole, it's gonna be the same talk. And the next generation gonna be doing the same talk. Talking about voting, talking about getting along, talking about organizing, protesting, and I got threats, and I'm scared, and I'm filing police reports. You understand? It's gonna be the same mess, man. Go ahead, man.
Hi, I got the info you needed.
Go ahead.
1770, Crispus Attucks was an African American man killed during the Boston Massacre and believed to be the first casualty of the American Revolution. So like you said, his life was for nothing because we still in the same situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It was slavery back then and it's modern day slavery today. So
Right.
he died for nothing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Marching and protesting is for nothing.
yeah, absolutely. Is that the brother that voted?
Yeah, there was which brother? I couldn't find the brother that voted.
Okay,
This guy here, he was joining the oppressors.
yeah, okay, but yeah, that ain't the brother that ended up voting. But yeah, man, but that, I mean, the life is lost for no reason. You understand? You're trying to join the oppressor. It's going to destroy our nation. You understand? This little sister, let her keep on going with this garbage, man. It's just terrible. It's bad. You understand? It's all bad, man. All right. You find it, Cabal, and you want to go ahead and read that article then?
Drop that article. I'm gonna break that one down. Give me the next one for time's sake. The brother, the soldier who got murdered. But the first article I just dropped, that was it was breaking down how when in World War I and World War II, when we came back from the war, we were made fun of, we were mocked, we were murdered. You know what I'm saying? Black Hispanic and Native men went to war to join the oppressor and fought in their wars to try to gain some sort of sense of equality, but it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? They were beaten when they got off the train. They were hung. You know what I'm saying? They were mobbed when they got back. They did not want us coming back to our people knowing no war tactics or having a sense of morality or being equal to them. You know, they stopped all that in the tracks. You know, and when like the generals brought out that they are gangs, they are the Westies, they are all these different mobs of wicked men. They are the real gangbangers. You know what I'm saying? That's why they came back. Oppressors came back from the wars, and they joined motorcycle gangs, the Hell Angels, and all these different factions of the Mongols and all that stuff. These heathens didn't let blacks and Hispanics join those. They kept their war tactics to themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like the generals brought out, they were fighting these that movie Gangs of New York before they made those gangs the police. You know what I'm saying? The same thing, the history just repeated itself when them people came back from the wars and made these motorcycle gangs. They fighting each other, Hell's Angels against the Mongols. Right. You know what I'm saying? the Westies against the Dirt Dogs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Back then, it just, but it's all just mockery and keeping us on the level of keep us under their veil of being inferior to them. You know what I'm saying? But
Absolutely.
But this next article, we're gonna go into that. This is about this is up to date. This was like a month ago. This brother got murdered. Go ahead.
Hold on, which one? Former Airman?
Kyle.
Okay.
Yeah, this brother here was in the Air Force. But this what happens, and this what they think of our people.
Was shot and killed by Indianapolis police.
He was what?
Killed by Indianapolis police.
Go ahead.
A former airman was among 3 shot and killed by Indianapolis police this week, according to the Associated Press. Marion County Coroner's Office identified the man killed in the first shooting as Drayon Reed.
Right there. Now this brother, Drayon Reed, you know what I'm saying? He served in the oppressor's military. You know what I'm saying? Something that the Most High damn sure don't want you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because when our people join the military, especially like the sisters, you're gonna get raped. You might not even come back. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna rape you and dump you in the ditch. Black woman, Hispanic woman, Native Indian woman, don't do it. And a lot of brothers, you know what I'm saying, they don't come back either. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They are murdered by the oppressor. They don't, they ain't get shot and captured in the line of duty. They were murdered by someone who was soft and weaker and slower than them. And they couldn't help it. They don't want you in their army. They really don't. But when you do join their army, you the first to go into the thickness of the battle. They send you in first. Go, go, go.
Right.
Just like how in the ghetto, when they come to kick your door in, who goes through the door first? The black man.
Right.
Salaki. You know what I'm saying?
God, that's Salaki. Salaki, they do want them in the military.
Right.
For that reason.
Right.
You understand? It's just that the white man is a beast that just cannot control himself.
Right.
You understand? He has to have something to stick his penis in. And he don't give a damn who, well, at that time, like a dog, if he's gonna bite you, you understand? That dog don't give a damn because you is, please don't bite me, dog. You understand? Like Pop on Friday. You understand? Don't bite me, dog. That dog don't give a, that dog will pop that his ass good.
Right.
Because at that time, that animal could not control itself. It's uncontrollable. Same way with the white man. And that's why a lot of our people end up dying, you understand, and over there in the wars fighting for the white man because of him raping and killing him. Like that sister that was here, that's from here in St. Louis, that, I forgot her name, but the sister that went to the military, young, beautiful little sister, man. Went over there, and they brought her body back, told the mother she died in the line of duty, which that was a lie. She was fighting for her damn life. They had, she had some of her uniform on, but you could tell like she was like getting undressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She was like in a comfortable spot where maybe she was just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Sitting back or something like that. And she had skin all over her nails, so like when you could tell she was fighting her attacker. You understand? Of course she got raped. You understand? All of that. The woman actually fought for her life.
Right.
And if our people just simply get out of the military,
Damn
we
right.
need to fight for your damn life. We need to fight for our life in another way. You understand? And that's by serving the Lord. That's how you fight for your goddamn life at this time right here. Okay? That's the only thing that's going to make sure that we live and not die. But going to go join his military is absolutely all wrong.
Damn right.
Right.
Yeah. Go ahead, boy.
Salaki, it's they're so blatant with it. Like it's not like they even hide it. I remember a couple of years ago I was watching an episode of South Park. It was the movie.
they were, it was when they were invading Canada. And, I think it was called, Operation Black Shield, where basically they had all the black people in one unit, and they said, okay, we're going to send you guys in until they stop shooting, and then we're going to come in right behind you.
Exactly.
Like that's what they do.
Yeah,
Like
that's exactly how they do.
And Salaki, the one young lady's name was Lavina Johnson.
Good Johnson. Okay.
And the one you were talking about earlier, Reverend George Lee was murdered in 1955 for being the first person to start register. He didn't even vote. He was registering people to vote. And he used his pulpit to preach to that blacks to get out and vote and try to change the system. And yeah, they
Is that the one that got shot out in the yard? That's not the one that I want.
One that shot the
That's
yard.
not the one. Yeah, he got shot. He got shot.
Oh, yeah.
Got killed right there in the yard. And when the police came and said, "Who did it? Who shot this man?" Everybody, nope, I didn't see anything. Who? Oh my God, somebody's on the ground. What?
Salakia, that would be that he actually died right after him. That would be Lamar Smith. The Reverend Lee died May 7th, 1955. Lamar Smith died August 13th. He was shot dead on the courthouse lawn by a white man in broad daylight with dozens of people watched.
Okay, that's it. There we go. Go ahead.
The killer was never indicted because no one would admit they saw a white man
Okay,
shoot a black
I thought
man.
it was 1800. Okay, I tripped. I was wrong on my number.
And had organized, and Smith had also organized blacks to vote in the recent election. That's why he was shot on the lawn.
There, that's the one right there. While everybody watched, everybody saw who did it, but guess what? They said, "Oh man, somebody got shot out here." Somebody got shot? Oh my God, if I knew, I would tell you. I would tell you who did. You understand? But I didn't see anything.
Right.
Standing right there watching, witness the whole goddamn thing.
Salakia, so they don't snitch neither?
Huh?
So why don't they don't snitch either?
Snitches get itches in white communities too.
Right.
So they didn't snitch on they never snitch.
Right.
That's the same code with the police force. You can't snitch on another cop. You
Right.
understand? You gonna turn around, they gonna blackball you, they gonna oust you, they gonna, you understand? Oh, they gonna be done with you. What they say, what the white man like to say in his movie, you'll never work in this town again. And they mean that.
Salaki, we were talking about that sister that did that exact thing.
Yeah.
They fired her from the force, and then since her housing was under the government,
Yeah.
they pulled her housing. Like
Yeah.
they fired her and evicted her at the same time.
And probably living with some damn body now, cause she can't get a job.
Right.
You understand? She about can't get a job. If she can work at a McDonald's now, they probably got that wired the way you don't hire her.
I was reading that story. She had to move out of state.
Exactly.
She
And
could
so,
not.
see?
They said that you won't work
You
in this town
you'll
again.
never work in this town again.
Yeah,
The
boy.
white man is the devil, the Bible speaks of.
Right.
And you better know it. Don't give a damn if you put on that blue suit, that goddamn army fatigue, and that camouflage. It don't matter if you go to the Christian church and serve and praise and to his white Jesus. It don't matter. They hate you.
Damn right.
They hate you guts.
Right.
And they ain't gonna never join you.
Right.
They ain't gonna never join. You can fight until I remember the old heads used to say when I was coming up to you, black and blue in the face. You can sit here and do this. What she say? The little sister say she got the chanters,
Right.
and things out there. Just singing and dance the same old tune. It's nonsense. It's garbage, and it needs to stop.
That's
Right.
right.
You understand? It needs to stop, cause it's not finna get us nowhere.
Right.
We the only dummies that vote and that march and that protest and do all that nonsense with hopes of change. Hoping that something's gonna change. But Barack Obama should have killed all of that for you.
Damn right.
Didn't he talk about change? And what did he do? He changed and made a law for the police to protect them and not you.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That was a cold spitting and slap in the face right there.
Yeah, right.
Y'all sitting there praising and worshiping him as being the first black damn president. You understand? And then the first black president said, "Oh my God, we gotta protect the police. The police are getting murdered by niggers. We gotta protect the blue. What was the blue alert? Whatever the hell it was that he called it. The goddamn blue alert. What about the black alert? You understand? Go ahead, Kamal.
So like, he a Hamite. He don't care nothing
And
about
he
no
don't
niggas.
give a damn. He don't give a damn. Simple as that. He don't care. He's not our people.
Right.
But black people really thought he was black.
Yeah.
What? Just because he drank beer? I mean, damn.
So
Who
like,
don't drink?
that remind me of that saying. Everybody, what was like something like everybody the same skin as me ain't kin as me.
Damn right.
Like, just cause you
got
look
damn
like
right.
that ain't my people.
You got damn right. Go ahead.
I think he fooled us with that walk he do. He walk with that limp.
Not really.
Like,
Hey, he didn't
it was
even get
the-
me with the walk.
It was the
I think it might have been the basketball that
That's
he
what
played.
it was, the basketball and smoking the
Basketball
Newport.
when he was in college. Yep, and the Newport.
Like, he was playing basketball the night of the election while they was waiting on the vote to come in. He was
Exactly. Yeah, he
outside
was.
playing the true new.
Yeah, he was hooping. So maybe I think that's what it was.
Love and basketball.
But that walk, I ain't even, you walk like a hammer. You understand? He ain't got no Denzel. Hey, can't no nigga walk like Denzel. I thought I walked cool as a motherfucker. You understand? But can't no nigga walk like Denzel.
That's a lot. And to be honest, I mean, it was about 50% of niggas actually voted for Michelle.
For who?
Michelle.
Oh man, look. Okay, it don't even matter, man. Zero niggas should be voting.
Right.
We shouldn't be voting for no damn body.
Right.
Because they ain't changed nothing. They ain't fit. It's always hope and change. Hope and change. That's for the slaves. White people don't sit out. They not like, you know, so they don't vote like what we do. You understand? We vote because we depressed and we oppressed and we sad and we hurt. You understand? And we poor. That's why we vote. They vote. Oh hell, we turn around and, you know, take away taxes. That's why they vote.
Right, opportunity.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. That's why they vote. They don't give a damn about nothing else because they're not being oppressed by anyone. Who's oppressing them? You know what I'm saying? Who's preventing them from walking up and down their street? They ain't going for it.
Right.
They get out there with their AR, you try to stop them. The government tried to stop them just coming out for a month or two just so they wouldn't catch a cold. And they said, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? And when they grabbed their guns and said, you will not make slaves out of me. You understand? Like, come on. You should be able to see and understand who you dealing with clearly.
Right.
They don't vote. And they voted for no change. They grabbed them guns, they grabbed them pickup trucks, and they took the city halls and the mayor's house and the governor's houses and all that. That's what they did. And said, let us out. Open up Domino's. Open up Taco Bell. You understand? Open up McDonald's. My kids love McDonald's. They want to go sit and play in the goddamn thing. The little play area. You understand? That's what they said. They ain't vote. They ain't waiting to vote for no damn change, no hope. You understand? It's just us.
Right.
It's nobody else. Chinese people live here. They ain't voted not one time for no change or no damn Chinaman or no beauty supply. The Arabs live here. They ain't voted not one time for no gas station or for no goddamn they strap for themselves. You understand? They ain't voted not one time for nothing, Devon.
Right.
The Africans live here. And they ain't voted for no goddamn braid shop and no couscous that they love to eat. They ain't voted for nothing. You understand? And all the other nations of people is doing fine. But it's just us. That's just like we just so damn hopeless, man. Commander Junior Hunter give you a lot of hope.
Right.
He gave it to me. Goddamn.
Right.
Listening to these men in here, this truth gave me a lot of hope. You understand? Put your hope in our King Christ, man. You understand? That's even in the scripture.
Damn right.
Okay, get this scripture for me real quick. Let me see. One second, man, and then we're gonna get back to Second Peter 1, chapter 1 and verse 10. Give me that real quick. Get me, Mom. Second Peter chapter 1 verse 10.
2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure.
You better make your election sure.
Right.
You understand? You better be damn sure that you vote for our King. Christ has already been appointed for you.
Mhm.
You don't have to go around and vote for the next person that's going to lie to you, gas you up. You understand? They going to gas you up like they really got the black community in. They had, Donald Trump had so many celebrities get out there and act like he done put so much money into programs and he's gonna fix the hood, and he's gonna build new houses. Oh, we're gonna have it going on in the hood in a minute.
Right.
Had Ricky Smiley and all the ones on the radio show. Steve Harvey, he had Beyonce, Jay-Z, everybody was talking all this nonsense about going. Steve Harvey said, "Hey man, when the president called, you gotta go, like a little girl, like a call girl. You understand? Somebody rung his phone, said, "Ho, come here, and I gotta go. You gotta go." And he went out there, and they was, and them preachers, oh my God, they went with their butts stuck out first.
Mhm.
You understand? Hey, go ahead, bro.
That's lucky. Steve Harvey had already admitted on camera that he's a prostitute. He said it ain't about the integrity game.
Right.
It's about the money game.
Exactly. Got it.
Forget integrity.
Mhm.
It's about the money.
And
Wow.
you say, damn, there's so much to hell with that. That's right there. He said it's wrong too. I was about Monique.
Because Monique was trying to get like, what about the integrity?
Get paid. Yeah,
Right.
so right.
It's a lot.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Before he said that, in one of his comedy shows, he said if the devil want to give him $4 million to act like a monkey, he started making monkey signs. He already showed us what his pedigree was. Yeah.
Nah, absolutely. You understand? Well, you better turn around. Don't put your faith and your hope in no goddamn president, because they all lie to you.
Right.
They all gassing you up. They all. I remember when I was a kid. I remember a lot of old sayings. It's coming back to me now. You understand? I heard soup coming in cans. You understand? You know, we got souped up.
Right.
Well, we've been souped. We got souped up by every damn president that came in and acted like it was for black people, especially goddamn Democrats.
Right.
They the worst. You understand? They the worst. They act like they for you, but they're not. They just like the Republicans are. The Republicans come out and publicly say, "I hate you."
Damn right.
You understand?
Right.
I'm not going to do anything for you. You need to pull yourself up by your bootstrap, get you a job, do like everybody else. You understand? Work a 9 to 5, save your money, and live your life that way. The Democrats, oh man, we're going to help you. We're going to give you reform, and we're going to put money, we're going to give you colleges and funds, and this and that. They make all their promises, and you still be sitting there waiting on one of them.
Yeah.
One of them. Only thing they did was put a couple of holes in the streets. You understand? Put a goddamn fast food joint in your community.
Right.
Saying you put 2 jobs in there, then someone say they did something.
Right.
You understand? Like, come on, man. And you can't see all of the money and the life and everything else is being sucked out of the black community, right while they claim to be fixing it. Right while they building a building right in the hood. They built a new goddamn Save-A-Lot right down the street.
Right.
And as they building this new grocery store, I'm watching the very life being sucked out of the goddamn ghetto as they building the new building. Everybody like, yeah, it's cool, we need a little store, but I need for my people to be alive versus a goddamn store.
That's right.
You understand? I need for the dope to be out of this community. That's what I need to be done. You understand? Go ahead.
That's a lot. That's a part of that, what you was bringing out before about with the BFL conversation about the whole page, that whole area becoming white.
Yeah, it
Like
is.
that's just a part of it.
It
Like
is.
they took down that Pete's where the Lakers went anyway and put up a nice brand new shiny Save-A-Lot.
Yeah.
The Edomites wasn't going to Pete's, like
No. No.
but
No,
they
no.
go to that Save-A-Lot, and so they trying to slowly see. That's what it is.
Exactly.
They slowly put them stores in,
Right.
and you think, oh, this is gonna be nice for us. No. Look at that Edomite that just moved in down the
Yeah.
street.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's gonna be more of them, and you getting out.
Go ahead.
They talking about putting the Starbucks right at Goodfellow and Page.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
James Clark was talking about putting the Starbucks right at the corner.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how.
And
Absolutely.
hiring young black youth to work there.
Oh, of course they want us to work in a store. Who else gonna break their back to make a mocha latte? You know what I'm saying? To get your bread out there, whatever else the hell you want from there. That's what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Then when they finish profiting off their hard work, they gonna get rid of it.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Page and Goodfellas are gonna have $400,000 and $500,000 renovated homes. You know what I'm saying? Of them vacant buildings,
Let's go.
and that's gonna be that.
Absolutely. Damn right.